So here's our perspective. I'm Matt Sandell. I'm Director of Design here at DX Learning, and we truly believe culture is a mirror of leadership. If we truly believe that, then leadership needs to champion the DEI initiatives, right? DEI is not an HR issue. It's not. It is an organizational issue, and it starts from your leadership. So if you think about it, we've narrowed this down to two areas of DEI initiatives, and they're both very important. So don't get me wrong. Diversity is definitely a huge part of talent recruitment, and we call this the selection process. The other form of a DEI initiative is retention. How do we keep the people? How do we keep our best top performers and our people that are marginalized? Representation is diversity. So as a leader, I need to be ensuring that my people and my team are diverse. And that, again, that doesn't just mean race. That doesn't mean gender. That could be personalities. There's many different kinds. There's neurodiversity that we're going to talk to in a little bit. Retention is more about the culture and behavior. So as a leader, maybe you don't have too much say in the selection process, but you do have the most say in the retention process. So question is, why should I care about DEI initiatives? Why should I care to start working on DEI? And the B isn't there, it's a silent B, okay? DEIB. So we're gonna get a little bit more deeper. We're gonna ask some serious fun questions here.
So I'll jump in and start out. So just to share a little background so that everybody knows kind of where my perspective is I've been doing this work professionally for the last 11 years. I often say I was marinated in diversity, and we'll share a little bit as you get to know me about that. But professionally, I've been working on this in organizations for the last 11 years. And so whether you're engaging your head, your heart, your gut, wherever you're starting from or coming from, there are a lot of reasons. So I'll start with the social reasons. Is the world around us is changing. The world around us is becoming more and more diverse from a gender perspective, from a racial perspective, from sexual orientation, all of the elements that make us different.
Astute perspective on this one. Which of the DEIB constructs would you start with first? And I'll let Darcy open with the floor.
I just challenge, and it's something that I challenge myself with every single day, but I challenge the group in just even starting, when you start with yourself is the very first thing, yes, realizing your diverseness, right? Like, because diversity sometimes is very outward, like you said, you know, it's your look, the color of your skin, ethnic background, whatever it is, but it's also in terms of thought process. And I always go with inclusion. I worked very closely with someone who always said, who happened to be a woman, who always said at a meeting, who's not at the table? Who's missing?
It's a fun one. Where do you see the DEI space in 5 or 10 years' time? And might add a second part to this, where do you hope to see it?
I would love both, in full agreement with both Melissa and Darcy, that this ideally becomes just a way of a lens in which we're looking at everything we do, you know, our relationship with suppliers, you know, with our clients, how we go to market, the way we plan for talent, all of it. And to that end, and this is again about learning as well, people need to be well versed in the conversation around diversity. And when I say diversity, I mean, how does diversity impact experiences? Because that's what really is a recognition of diversity. Yes, we focus on representation because those are some of the key challenges. When we were talking about that deep diversity, Matt, that you mentioned, you know, marketing, in order for marketing to be really successful and have those lenses, they need to be educated around how does diversity impact the experience of our target audience.